right, it is another Flesh and Blood box opening. I just got my kit from Alpha Investments. We got a promo generic token item. It's a special item, I think, associated with the Diamond Hands equipment item that will be released, I think, either later this year or early next year. I don't know exactly when. I'll keep an eye on it and get me one of them too. I only bought one kit. I don't remember if he offered two, but I only bought one, and I'm gonna open this up. I have a couple more boxes over here, and I may open those up a bit later. But for now, just this one. All right. Get all the pack out of here real quick. Move this over, and I will start by opening my pack. Looks like it's been pretty well received, I think. People are pretty happy with it overall. I'm pretty excited to be re-exploring the Monarch series. I really liked Monarch a lot. It was one of my favorite limited sets. Rift Skitter, Banneret, a figure, and already a Herald. These are the extended art non-foil Heralds. These were, I think, pretty chase during the Monarch, so the extended were I think foil or I don't remember if they're rainbow foil, but they're pretty expensive because you need quite a few of them. We're gonna pass through the comments pretty quickly. I've been paying attention to the comments pretty good, so I'm not really too worried about that. But we got ourselves Blistering Assault, Wallbreaker, and Blessing of Salvation. They're only 10 cards a pack, so this is just a supplementary pack. You can't really draft it, but it does work. Ooh, look at that. Our Foil Majestic right off the bat. Dimensional Vortex. You may play this from the Banish Zone. If you do, it costs 2 less, so it costs 1 from the Banish Zone. Each hero banishes a card from their arsenal. Pretty good. Pretty good. All right. And then Deadly Delight and Cleansing Light. I think LSS has really kind of found a groove lately. They've been releasing really solid, fun sets as of late. Like, their last set felt good. I mean, I like a little heavier Marvel set. Like the last set with a little Marvel light, in my opinion. Didn't get to see those fancy cards as much. Hungering Demigorgon as our foil. Rare, Breeding Bravado, and Oblivion are Majestic. I guess I could sort these Majestics into a different pile. Make sure that. What was I gonna say? Oh, they're in their groove. Like, their design space keeps, every time I look, they open up their design space even more. And I was a little concerned. I mean, I still was going to play the game. I was still excited about the game. I was a little concerned how far the game could go, because I felt like the design space was a little limited to the classes. And then they introduced basically the job system, I guess the type, and then the class, I guess, is shadow or whatever. That opened up the design space quite a bit. And then they opened up, like, the way that they handle weapons and stuff. And then what was it that they added, like, dual classing and stuff, which really kind of I was a little surprised that it worked as well as it did, and I thought, man, what a cool concept. I guess it should make sense. We've had generics for a long time, so like, I really like this card. I love angelic like depictions, and this multi-winged angel is super cool looking. Another Cleansing Light and another Warmonger's Diplomacy. This reminds me of like the I think United. What is that card from? United Decree, I think it was. I don't remember. It was really cool. Oh, there's that same card there. All right, got ourselves Daybreak Defender. I'm a Bolton player. I've been playing Bolton for a long time. I like him. He's terrible. I'm not very good at the game. I've won some limited stuff, but I don't do too well. But I do like playing the game. It's very fun. It's so fun, in fact, that I keep buying more so I can keep up with this stuff. Man, the foiling guy, he's earning his paycheck. This card feels a little washed out. The centering's a little off. The colors are a little washed out. I hope I get a brighter copy of that, because it feels a little washed out there. I guess maybe most of the light cards are feeling a little, yeah, even these feel a little washed out, like they're a little too light. Bolton. The Brew stuff looks good. 2 tokens in a 1-pack. Oh no, I guess not. Ram Raider. Foil rare. Yeah, man, good deal. Hungering Demigorgon and Chains of Mess. This is a cool card. This kind of reminds me of the old the chains from like Magic. It just like, I love the fact that they kind of do this kind of thing. And I don't know if it's like a kind of an it's kind of like a, what's that called when you kind of shout out something? It's kind of like a tribute, you know, to, and while this game plays nothing like Magic in the sense that like it's not got a color pie or anything like that, this game is heavily influenced by the way Magic is done. I mean, even the creator, I think, came from the Magic world. Oh, that looks so good. The black and purple, the fact that they were able to kind of foil the black looks really good. Enveloping Darkness and front line legs. So I really like seeing that kind of stuff. I was a little disappointed we didn't get to see like a buffed up Bolton, but I'm kind of happy that they just kind of figured out more ways to buff Bolton without changing Bolton. We'll see if this is enough, and hopefully it is. I hope we don't end up having to introduce a new Bolton, though the fact that the way that they handled Leviathan, I think is really cool. This was that design space stuff I was talking about. They introduced a new type of hero impact card in a sense. Like the fact that, oh, we got a red version of the Angelic Descent. Ram Raider and, oh wait, and the Axe. They were able to turn Leviathan into, basically with one card that does it. I mean, it does take up a spot in your sideboard, which is whatever, but it changes the way she ends a game, and that I think is a huge deal. Beaming Bravado, because now it opens up anytime the game starts to feel a little like if a hero just can't figure out its place. You don't have to feel like LSS is not listening. They will be working on ways to keep your cards relevant, which I think is really good on them. Celestial Fury, Luminaris upgrade here, and I think that's a really good indication that like the game itself respects you as a player, but also respects the collector too, because like, if you collect a bunch of cards that are just being printed a couple years ago, which most of these are, you know, none of these are ancient cards or anything. You're collecting these cards thinking, hey, these are cool and I want to collect them and hopefully someday they'll be worth a lot of money. But then they go off and just keep printing more powerful versions of the cards you collected. Oh, and there's our cold foil. Looks really nice. It's common. That's too bad, but it still looks really good. We'll wrap that up. Radiant Touch. It's the common equipment set in this series. But they're respecting you in the sense that, like, even though it's it's a card game first. It's a game itself first. They're really respecting you as a player and the collector by saying, listen, we're not going to just, you know what, that card sucks. We're just going to print something way better. We're going to try to find ways to have you be able to interact with the cards that you put your money into, you've invested time and learning and paying for, with maybe a couple new cards that will massively change the way your hero plays while not forcing you to have to buy a whole nother set of cards. Though, admittedly, I think the Leviathan card right now is priced at a pretty high penny. Love this. This is another angel. This is a single winged angel with that falling like rain of fire or daggers or whatever that is. It's sweet. Yeah, so like that kind of thing I think is impressive with the way that they were able to manage it. They got some smart guys working on the way this game plays, and that's a good thing to have. I hope they continue that. They've put some really good people in key positions. Like their art on the cards looks amazing. And like I was saying, the guy that handles their foil masking, like this is a process to determine what parts of the card are foil and what are not. And these may be the best foils I think the game's seen so far. Like I can't, the foiling is definitely foil. The card definitely has a different color. I mean, you can see the difference in like, so there is that Mylor layer that the card's printed on, but the way that they're printed, it's just a normal foil, but it's so subtle in some of the foiling. It just looks incredible. They did an incredible job. And so they're artists, they're foil masters, they're design team. I think even their playtesters are really key. They've done a really key job putting good people in the positions that need to be to keep this game really going. I mean, even their marketing team, I guess, is fantastic. They navigated a situation a year or so ago that could have been completely the death knell for a company. When they transferred to Fab 2.0 because of the rough blue sensor. I like this card a lot. They managed to recapture the player base. I'd say the majority. I think there's a few people who are still out, but they recaptured the player base and the collector base when they launched Uprising, and it's done a fantastic job. I think the game has grown immensely. The competitive scene is super interesting. Like watching these people who are very, very good at the game play the game, and watching how their games turn out is an actual interesting thing to do. It's fascinating. I can't wait for more and more people to experience this game, because I think this is one of those rare situations. I mean, Magic had it too. It's a rare situation where something is created and invented that is so unique in its approach that it just captures people so well. Oh, man, look at the difference. Like that looks good, don't get me wrong, but that foil version that we seen just a little bit ago was so powerful. It's super, super cool. And to see Flesh and Blood doing what they're doing, it inspires a lot of confidence, in my opinion. Not that my opinion matters a whole bunch, but I'm ecstatic. I'm excited to see where the company's doing and what they plan on doing. All right, we have one more pack to go. This has been a pretty light pack, as I would say, for like the big power cards, but overall I've enjoyed the opening of the cards. I've enjoyed looking at them. I'm pretty excited about the whole thing in general. We didn't get our legendary, which is kind of a bummer, but we got time. Oh, we got time. We got 3 more boxes a minute. And I think we did all right on Majestics too, so I might have missed one. I know there's one in the foil slot, so I didn't miss any. I wonder if I missed any actual other, because I was talking a lot. I was concentrating on a lot of things. We got the one Majestic, I think, early, yeah, dimensional. So that wasn't too bad. I think that's pretty average. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, I think there's one every 4 packs, so that's, yeah, that's right. We're doing good. We did good. Anyhow, thanks again. All in all, I'm pretty excited. Got myself a sweet generic token item that I don't think we're going to see a lot of these in the world. I mean, there's a lot right now. 1,000 people or 1,500 people bought kits, so there's a lot of these cards out there, but it doesn't take long for 1,500 cards to be just an absolute unique piece of kit. So I'm super excited to be a member of Alpha Investments Patreon, just for the sole reason that he is getting these special promos, and he's offering them at such a good rate. I mean, I know people complain like, well, the boxes are more expensive than, say, the boxes at what's that subscription, Covenant. Maybe that's true. And the Covenant does get some pretty special promos, but I think, all right, maybe Covenant is one of those subscription services so far that I think is top notch. There's nothing bad to say about that. I think if you're a member of Covenant, you probably are pretty happy with what you've been seeing. With that said, Covenant hasn't got its own kit. Like, we got a pink visor. We've got the Rudy Gem Keeper card. We've now got the diamond. We got diamond hands coming. These are pieces of kit that are unique to Rudy himself. Like, they're not legally playable in the game, but 10, 15 years from now, people are gonna be like wondering where these even came from. They're gonna be very weird. And I think that's what really draws me to them. Either way, peace, I'm out. You guys have a good one.